Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next here on FS1. Let's head over, check in with Doug Gottlieb today. Hey, Doug, what is on the show?
Well, we'll talk about Zeke Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys, especially considering Jerry Jones seems to have hit his limit. The one word that seems to come to mind in how Jerry Jones feels. That's upcoming at the top of the hour.
Thank you. Time for our final topic of the day. Brett Favre played in the NFL until the age of 41, but could he still play at 49? Favre spoke to the Chiefs earlier this week. Head coach Andy Reid liked what he saw. Reid said Favre looks like he could still play. So, hey, let's start that rumor. Shannon, would you want to see Favre attempt another comeback?
No. Skip, you saw Brett in 2010, what he looked like his last year in Minnesota. As a 41-year-old, do you think a guy that's going to be 50 in October could actually play? And that's the mistake people make. They look at aesthetics. Man, he's lean. Man, he like he still play. Man, they break Brett Favre up. Just like they would break Shannon Sharp up. Yeah, I look like I could play. Madden, PlayStation, that's the only thing Brett Favre or Shannon Sharp could play at the ages we are. Brett Favre could not play one series in the NFL. No, because he take a hit and he shatter like ice.
So what does Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer, always tell me about why Tom Brady has lasted so long? Because they play touch football when it comes to quarterbacks. So would Brett break like ice when they can only touch him?
They hit him
when they can take him down with their pinky finger?
But see,
right?
You have to understand, Brett doesn't play the game like Tom plays the game. You know, Brett's barreling over the top. He gonna play that hero ball. Yeah, exactly.
At almost 50 years of age, I don't think he would try that.
That's in him. That's in you, Skip.
But hypothetically, even though he's missed 8 football seasons now, do you think he could wing it the way he used to wing it?
Oh, he can still throw it, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think he's in much better shape than most 50-year-olds are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably in better shape. He's probably in better shape than when he actually played.
That's highly possible. But the rules allow Tom Brady to be thriving at age 42, says Shannon Sharp. So why couldn't Brett Favre win a couple of games for an NFL team?
I tell you what, let Tom Brady play till he's 43, 44, 45, whatever it is, and then take 8 years off and try and come back and see what happens.
Well, I'd like to see. I'd watch.
Yeah, I know.
We don't watch. I just don't know how it would
Exactly.
end.
You watch like this. Oh, Tom. No, Tom.
That is it for us. We'll be back Monday morning at 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Doug tells you why Zeke is making a huge mistake with Jerry Jones. The Herd starts right now.
Undisputed.
Skins came in to play the second half and was 7-13 for 74 yards. Neither quarterback had a touchdown or an interception. So, Shannon, who would you start week 1, Haskins or Keenum?
I'll probably go ahead and go with Haskins.
Good.
Like it. He should start, Skip. Because, look, if this guy's going to be your future, and we talked about this earlier, the situation in Washington is a lot different than the situation in New York because Eli Manning versus Case Keenum. Really?
True.
Are we trying to make that a comparable situation? No. We know what Case Keenum is. There's a reason why he's played for 5 or 6 different football teams, and he had that. In the 99-year history of the NFL, he got voted as having the flukiest season.
By one guy.
No, don't do this. There you go, see.
By one guy.
All you try to do, I know what you're trying to do, Skip Bayless. You think no. It doesn't matter if it was one. The mere fact that his season is thought of as being a fluke.
You act like it was universally proclaimed.
I can make a strong case. If I get about 15 guys, I said, okay, and give them a choice, Dak might be number 2 or 3. But that's we're not talking about Dak right now.
Okay.
Look, I understand that Haskins is a rookie and he's raw, but Case Keenum has not shown me anything that would make me think, you know what? Yeah, he got this thing locked down. But they probably would play it safe and conservative like everybody always do. I mean, you talked about how Baker should have started last year, and they started a Tyrod. They'll probably go along the same line. You start the veteran, and if he struggles, you bring the rookie in because you can always go back.
Big mistake not to start Baker.
They were not going to the playoffs. Well, Skip, guess what? He gets to start opening day this year. He gets a fresh start. There's no Hugh around. Nobody even mentions Hugh. Now we're going to see what he's going to do.
You know, I used to love Hugh, and now I can't bring myself to forgive him for not starting Baker. And it wasn't like I didn't call it before. I said, you got to.
Again, for what? The man made a decision that he thought was going to be in the best interest of the Cleveland Browns, not one player, Skip. I keep telling you
I had to
that.
read that Hugh was soul-searching, went in his basement and slept for 3 days, and he could have stayed for 3 months. Well, you brought it on yourself. I mean, come on, you should start the #1 overall
You don't
pick.
even feel sad. You don't feel bad. You have no empathy.
You know, when Baker Mayfield, you could just see it in Hard Knocks. As soon as he stepped on the practice field, you just knew he was the guy.
You feel it.
He was just taking the whole
Yeah.
team over, and you could see the veterans responding to Baker Mayfield. And now he's ranked, like some of the surveys have him in the top 10. They have him 10.
10.
Right?
Leadership, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just 10 in general?
I think 10 in general.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was 10.
Skip, what do you think the likelihood of Case Keenum ever having another season, if he plays 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years? What is the likelihood he'll ever put together another season like he had in Minnesota?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the God's truth. If Case Keenum starts game #2 against my Cowboys for the Redskins at Washington, I will be far more nervous than if Dwayne Haskins starts game 2. I hope Dwayne, and nothing personal against Dwayne, but he is a rookie, and if you watch his first preseason outing, it was pretty disastrous. It was a hide your eyes night where he was just having a hard time. He's impressed me. He's got a live arm. Like, he looks like a natural thrower of the football. It just looks right coming out of his hand. And he'll make 2 or 3 just like highlight reel throws a game where you say, oh, that looked good. I still have my doubts about what happened at the Ohio State last year. You were there for the Michigan game, and it was a wipeout.
I was around him a lot, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But, man, he had a track team of receivers. He had Paris Campbell and K.J. Hill and Terry McLaurin and
Such a special group.
Dixon and the 2 running backs, Dobbins and now my Cowboy Mike Weber.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It was a loaded offense, good offensive line. Did it make him look a little better than he is? Now it sounds like the Redskins are just enamored of him. And so if you are, I'm with you. Just throw him in the fire. But I'm here to tell you, I'm still a Case Keenum fan. You can look it up. I have been from the start. Since his days at University of Houston, since his early days in this league. He's now 26-28 as a starting quarterback.
Is that
good? Well, it's not terrible.
It is terrible.
It is
He
not
under 500.
So he went 11-3 for a good football team in Minnesota, the Vikings, and then he went 1-1 in the playoffs. And he had one really good game in which he outplayed Drew Brees, albeit at Minnesota, but he outplayed him. His QBR was better, 68-55.
Had that one.
They both completed 25 of 40. Those were the numbers, except he was 318 to Drew's 294. He had 1 touchdown and 1 pick. Drew had 3 touchdowns to 2 picks. So the point is, he did slightly outplay Drew Brees on a really big national stage.
I love how you Skip talking about, well, he's 26-28, so it's not that bad.
Okay, well, he's not a disaster. He wasn't a bust.
You're the type of guy that's overdrawn by $20. Well, it's not 50. You're overdrawn, Skip.
I've never been overdrawn in my whole life, not one
You're
time.
overdrawn.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, he's under 500.
Have you been overdrawn?
I had an account set up that if I became overdrawn, they'd pull it from the credit card.
Oh, okay. And that happened?
Yeah, I mean,
What were you buying?
I was not good at balancing checks.
Oh, okay. All right. So you just lost track. It wasn't that you didn't have the money, you just lost track.
Right.
Okay.
Right. No. I ain't never had been in a situation where I didn't have the money in the bank.
All right.
Okay.
Case Keenum is dramatically underrated because he is a gamer.
Not.
He's a gamer. He will fight you. He will scratch and he will
I heard
claw.
he's good at Fortnite,
Yeah.
Madden or something like that, but he ain't no football.
Okay.
You need to stop, Skip.
You know what?
You tried to hype that man. You know.
I will not sleep well before a Case Keenum start in week 2 against my Cowboys because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
If he's the starter, the week they play the Cowboys, Ernestine's going to have to wake you up at like 10 o'clock in the morning because that's how well you're going to be sleeping if Case Keenum is the starter.
No.
You like, I'm not even getting up to watch this game.
No.
We got this one in the bag.
I got to get up to run. I got to run.
Well,
He's not sleeping until 10.
Yeah, but that's the only reason you get up. It's not because you work like anxious pacing, as opposed to like you playing old Tom.
I will not.
Or Aaron Rodgers. Now you playing Aaron Rodgers or Big Ben, you be up pacing.
No, my team will get up for those games, but I'm not sure about Case Keenum because he'll just dink and dunk you to death, and he'll make plays with his legs. He's crafty.
Your guy's
He's
the dink.
sly.
Your guy's the dink and dunk CEO, and you gonna talk about somebody dinking and dunking?
My guy, once he got Amari Cooper, was 5th in the league in the last 8 games in air distance to completions. Air distance to 5th in the league?
Dink and Dak.
bombs away.
There ain't no bombs away.
He was 4th in the league over the last 8 games in long-range.
And everybody know he
passes.
be dinking and dacking and don't nothing be happening.
You just haven't opened your eyes. And you haven't opened them to Case Keenum. Case Keenum is a pretty good NFL quarterback.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
He's
is.
solid.
Yeah. Very solid. And by the way,
I like Haskins, though, so it's hard. I kind of think you
This
should
is
go
solid.
for him if
This
he's
is
the
solid.
future.
I don't want to play in the NFL.
here's the point. The
What?
The Minnesota Miracle, you got to make a lot of decisions on that play because you got 3 choices on that play, and he did go for the Stephon Diggs choice in the route tree, right? Did he not make a great throw?
But then why did he make every wrong choice the following week?
Exactly. It was the best day and then the worst weekend.
Yeah, got Jenny all upset. Jenny
will-
thought she was going to the Super
I
Bowl.
will never forget.
Did anybody for the Vikings play well in that game?
We're not
Did
talking about that.
anybody?
We talking about him.
What was it, 38-6?
Jenny even put out old cheerleading outfit. Thought she had pom-poms and everything. Thought she was gold.
I was not a cheerleader type.
Yeah,
that was
you
not
totally,
my thing.
totally.
Not for me.
Raw.
Cross.
Yeah, come on.
No, you cheerleader.
Hockey. Lacrosse.
Yay!
No, that is not me. We're moving on
Holding up
to
the
Brett
sign.
Favre.
Go.
Is he about to make a comeback? One head coach thinks so. Yeah, I actually said that. We'll tell you who next.